Hello, we are Team 4, and we have created 3 incredible instruments that are sure to wow your audience. Now, we've put a lot of time and effort in designing these instruments, and we hope that you enjoy our presentation. Thank you for choosing Team 4 to be your new musical partner. First, we have our string instrument. Now, this is an old-timey ukulele-style instrument. Now, this utilizes both metal nickel-wound strings as well as fluorocarbon strings. This gives it for a very unique perspective and some amazing slide sounds you can make. Our wind instrument is a modern take on a classic design, much like a pan flute, but allows you to create beautiful tones up and down different frequencies. Now, our percussion instrument is an on-the-go design. This will allow you to create really awesome backtracks as well as an upbeat solo. Now we're going to go over to Candace, and she's going to explain to us exactly how this percussion instrument works.
Hey everybody, Candace here to introduce you to the percussion portion of Team 4's design. What we have here is a tin kalimba or thumb piano, and it was created to play the low and mid-low pitch ranges for Ode to Joy. A unique feature is that on the other side of the tension bar here, we have leftover tine, and they create their own frequencies, so I imagined a kind of dueling banjo situation on stage and thought that would be really fun. The design changed from the original concept in that we moved from a wooden version to a tin version with a larger resonator for better sound. The final cost came down to $5.56. The breakdown is on slide 9. We used a simple cookie tin. We also used some chopsticks, bobby pins, washers, bolts, and wing nuts. Lessons learned is that patience and flexibility is key. Being able to adapt to design failures and material constraints was necessary to complete the project. The biggest challenge for me was having to learn music theory in order to be able to play my final product. If I were going to improve this specific design, I would say I would swap out the wooden tension bar for a metal one, because the wooden chopsticks here tend to indent as I tighten the bar, and that causes room for the tines to vibrate. I have to thank nykalimba.com for their introduction to kalimba design and the engineering toolbox for access to information like speed of sound through steel. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the final product.
Hey, thanks, Candace. I really want to talk to you guys about the string instrument. I'm very proud of this. Now, as you can see here, our original design consisted of a Harley air cleaner body. This was off of my Dyna Wide Glide. This also included a pine neck and screws for tuners. Now, it had one major flaw, and that was that there wasn't enough resonance in that air cleaner, so I decided to switch it over, as you can see here, to my revised prototype. This included a birch body, a pine neck, and I repurposed guitar tuners to give a more accurate frequency response. This turned out working really well. At the final stages of the design process, I decided to change the sound hole a little bit to give us a little bit more resonance, and I also changed the headstock to account for the larger guitar tuners. Now, what about this string instrument? Here is your new instrument right here. It is awesome. Now, first of all, we have nickel wound strings on top, and we have a fluorocarbon string in the center. This will allow you to do some awesome slides. Now, one thing I love about this, there's a little hidden secret inside. Now you can see we've got sound holes that are partitioned, and I've also got one right here. This is going to be a great spot to put your microphone or your preamp pickups. And what's awesome about this too, it is very solid. Go ahead and add this to your percussion as well. The physics behind the string instrument are actually pretty simple. All we're looking at is that the frequency would equal the square root of the tension divided by the linear mass density. This is all divided by 2 times the length. This was simple to come up with. However, during play, you're going to notice you are going to close those frequency nodes using your fingers on the fretboard. This will give you better response and clearer tones. Now, looking at my budget, I was actually able to come well beneath my threshold as cost. This was done by using recycled parts as well as parts that are readily available in my garage. I was able to calculate the cost as shown.
Hi, my name is Brandon Hill. I'm here to talk to you about our wind instrument. As you can see, it resembles an old pan flute. It's made out of 1/2 inch conduit pipe. Each pipe is cut to a different length to make the frequency required. It's held together by duct tape. At one end, we have a mostly closed end to create a one end open pipe. Some unique features of this is you can easily take these pipes apart to clean it or decorate it, and they're interchangeable. If you want to put in a different frequency to play a different note in a different song, you can just take the duct tape off, put a new pipe in, cut to the length that you need, put it back together, you're good to go. Um, this 8-note flute costs a total of 75 cents. So the physics behind it, some of the things you can see here is we have a short pipe and a long pipe. The higher the note and frequency has to be, the shorter the pipe is going to be. The lower the frequency, the longer the pipe is going to be. So some of the challenges and changes I had to make. My original design called for both ends to be open, but I noticed whenever I was playing with both ends open, I wasn't getting the resonance that I needed. So I played with a few different designs, and I concluded that to increase the resonance, increase the loudness, I needed to close off the one end so that that node would occur just inside the pipe or at least a little bit closer.
Hey, thanks, Brandon. So, Team 4 had several goals in mind while designing this project. Number 1, the instruments must be able to play the correct frequencies. Number 2, we wanted them to hit our budget correctly. Number 3, creativity was a must. And number 4, they had to be able to fit into a 2-foot by 2-foot stage box. I think it's well enough to say that we totally blew this out of the park. We were able to meet and exceed our goals, and I hope that you are able to enjoy these instruments and wow your audiences with your own personal creativity.
Don't forget to check out our reference page and find out where we found our information.